Hi guys, 14th Prime here, back with another custom review. Today we're looking at the Transformers Legacy Shattered Glass Laser Optimus Prime. And it just dawned on me that I think both of my Legacy customs I reviewed, like, from this mold are both Shattered Glass, so... It's fine. I mean, Hasbro's gonna do Toxitron, maybe, right? Right? Anyway. This was a commission piece, just want to get that out of the way up front. This was commissioned for me to do, and while I did it, it's here, you know. But so anyway, let's go ahead and get to the paints right quick. Now, of course, I do use some surface primer, gray surface primer for one part, as well as some spray purple, and then also this color, candy lime green, that I didn't know I had. It was just here, and I thought it would be really cool to use for one part. And then as for the rest, we have gold leaf, if it'll focus, thank you. We have some red, purple, come on, there you go, semi-gloss black, which I think I've mentioned recently I've been starting to use, and I really like it. Gunmetal. Come on. Thank you. Park green. Field blue. Come on. Come on, thank you. Field blue. And finally, chrome silver. There you go. So as previously mentioned, this is from the Legacy Laser Optimus Prime mold, and I actually did the trailer this time. Though that's mostly because there wasn't that much to do, as you can see. Which I'm actually just going to get the trailer out of the way right quick, just because there really isn't much. I ended up painting this bit purple. They want too much done, which I can't say. Excuse me. I can't say right out the bat that I didn't do as much of this that I probably would have fitted it for myself. Though I might do it myself. I've been thinking about it since I was doing this. We'll see. We'll see if I do it, but it is a thought that I have had. Who knows? But I painted this purple, and then I went over it with a little bit of weathering, just some silver scratches. You can mostly see it up here. Did some around there, and like just all up here. I did some on the sides here too, but you can't really tell, even in person, just because of the colors. A little bit on the front there. And of course, same stuff over here on the back. Yeah, just kind of give it a little bit of its own thing going on, which the inside I didn't really paint. I didn't actually paint the axe either. It's just there. I did add some weathering to this on the inside. So, I mean, there's that. But that's really it for the trailer. Just figured I'd go ahead and get it out of the way since it didn't have much going on. Now, the Prime here, also just, I mean, it more so in robot mode, but just truck mode, it really doesn't. Except for this whole front bit here, which I really like how it turned out. Like, I did a bit of weathering, which you can much more evidently see, which I really do like how that turned out. Even some black weathering on the front, which I thought looked kind of weird at first, but I've grown to like it. Of course, painted little lights in there, green, you can kind of see it. Then these lush park green windows, like these... This pops hard, and I love it. I really like it. And of course the back here is the legs. And the tires are the same, the legs are mostly the same. Like most of the black here was kept, and then the silver smokestacks, but yeah, I do like how it turned out. But anyways, let's actually transform it, because this is a commission piece. I almost didn't, because there's things I like to show them for the transformation, just so that they know. But, because yeah, as you guys know, normally I do not show transformations for customs in custom reviews, since I kind of find it redundant. But, I do for commissions, just because they need to know some stuff. Which is mostly just about the torso. The legs are fine, the legs are good. Which for the arms, you kind of want to like angle them down a little bit. Like they're, you want to like push it down, get all this out of the way. whole lot of just kind of moving things carefully. Like carefully swing these out. Then try to keep the arms out, get this out of the way as you move the chest up. Which whenever you move it back, be sure that these are like in. Or actually what I think you can do is you can like take the head and like move it out so these are further out. Actually, let me try that. Okay, like just make sure to move that around. Because otherwise these bits might like scrape the sides of the chest plate, which I shaved them down so they shouldn't. It should be fine. Which these arms, you must just be careful not to collide them with that. If you leave it at that angle, move the ratchet down 1 and just angle the elbow, it should pretty much give you free clearance there. Should work on both sides. Just carefully. Yeah, I think actually you can just leave the head off. Move these into position to where, like, all in a certain way to where these are out a little bit, and then flip that in just so it avoids paint chipping a little bit more. Which it shouldn't. Again, I did shave this down, and then I shaved down the back of this so it wouldn't chip, but better safe than sorry, right? Alright, let's get this thing in properly robot mode. So I don't do transformations with customs. It's like, you're here for the paint work, not the figure itself. If I want to talk about the figure itself, I'll review it, but no one's here for that. That arm done. Handouts. But yeah, really it's just the torso. Let's go over paint chipping. Let's actually move the camera up a little bit. There we go. These arms situated. Get these down. Oop. Like so. Head up. Move that back. Get him all situated. And there he is in his very tall, come on. There he is in his robot mode, which I think turned out pretty nice. Like, for the kind of limitations of just trying to keep this not too expensive or too crazy to where it would cost a lot more to do. Like, you already saw all the paints. It was a lot. It took some effort here. But I really like how this turned out. Like, even I wasn't even sure if I'd like the light gray, like just keeping that section the same for the waist and then even on the shoulders, but I think it really helps like gel with the color schemes of the purple and like the really loud green. It's just really nice. I especially love how the head came out. It's just really cool. Just like the field blue, because all the darker blue is the field blue. Which the only spray purple I forgot to mention is this. Everything else is hand painted purple. I do think turned out nice. Which while we're close, let's go ahead and take a look at some stuff. I did paint the missiles in here. Painted them a nice green, so whenever these are open, it's just an explosion of green. It's so lovely. The shoulder pads here, I left the gray around them and all, but then I painted the insides, which I think turned out really nice. The chest plate, of course, but the crack there. Painted the arms gunmetal, and then these purple, and then added a little bit of weathering to the arms, which you can kind of see. And then I painted this bit. I left the gray the same, but I painted like this black and these gunmetal. And the legs here, as mentioned earlier, is pretty much about the same, like little specks of green and gold, and the field blue toes. And then on the legs here themselves, I did add some little bit of weathering just to kind of make them stand out just a little bit. Again, these hands are field blue. Yeah, it's just overall I really like how he looks. Which the sword, I did paint, and this is where I used the candy lime green, so it's like sort of metallic-y. I like how it looks, and I paint a little bit black because I always get some spray paint on this little nub. I don't know why. It just always happens. You can give him that, and it looks really nice. And of course you can come back here at the trailer, pop this off. Which this I made sure to weather up and even put a little bit around there. And you can mount it under his arm, which is just what I like to do. So we can have a gun. And so, yeah, just for a couple comparisons. For one, here is the actual Legacy Laser Prime, but of course, like, I did paint the eye section, but that's really it. Which you can see, like I mentioned, a lot of stuff is similar on them, but I think enough is different where it really gets the vibe across. This is bad. This is evil. Not good. Not good. But yeah, I do like how it turned out, which, like I said, if I do one myself, which I am very much debating, I have an idea for it already, it will be different from this. Like, I think it'll be enough to where it's worth doing. So, it'll be fun. We'll talk about it. I'll probably show comparison photos with this because I won't have this. By the time this video goes up, this figure will probably be on its way to the person receiving it, and I hope they like it. Another comparison, here he is with the IDW Shattered Glass Prime. You can see how that looks with kickback swords, and they look great. And finally with the original Shattered Glass Laser Optimus Prime with the upgrade kit on, which I do think the colors mostly get across. It's just mostly missing a lot of the black. But I think in this case it's fine. It's just kind of like a different take. So yeah, I do really like how that turned out. Oh yeah, I didn't paint the Matrix. I did. I just realized I didn't show it off. I don't want someone to be like, "Where's the Matrix?" I'm like, I didn't do it. But yeah, overall, I did like this custom. It was fun to work on. It took me a while because I mentioned it in a community post a few weeks back. I got a new job. I'm recording this when I just came back from that. So if I sound kind of tired, that is why. I am very tired. But that's really been taking up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. And so when I got home, I just didn't. I'm just wiped out. I'm getting more used to it, so I'm gonna have more energy. And that's why like videos might not be weekly anymore, just because I might not have time, or I might not even have something to talk about. But I am working on a custom now. Should have it done for next week. If not, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have like that one. I have another custom plan that should be pretty simple to do. I just gotta do it. But yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So, be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.